Right, hello lads and lasses, and welcome back to Boys Down Under, where today the Scottish Cup is here and Celtic are set to take on Barry Ferguson's Alloa Athletic. Before we go into the video though, please remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel. It's the best way to help support the channel grow, and it would be forever appreciative if you guys did that. So, without further ado, let's get into it now. Celtic are about to begin their journey and quest for their second piece of silverware this season after taking out the League Cup just over a month ago. It doesn't feel that long, however, time flies when you're having fun. Unfortunately, however, the match is not at home and Celtic will be playing at the massive, absolutely enormous 3,100 capacity Recreation Park, which I could safely assume will be close to full capacity, or at least close to full capacity in the away end. But running into the match, now Celtic are looking good, but still needing to shed off some cobwebs prior to some very important fixtures coming up, especially, for example, the derby on February the 2nd. Now, we've won 4 out of our last 5 matches, the only hiccup coming against a very depleted St. Mirren side, which we were only able to manage a 0-0 draw with. A very disappointing result, all things considered. However, we can't change the past, so we just got to look forward, and we currently sit second in the league, a cool 4 points behind Rangers. As for Alloa, they are currently not having the best of seasons. They sit in the lower half of the league, Scottish League 1 table, and have had a horror run of form recently, failing to win a match in their last 5 league matches, and they sit 8th in the league. However, do not expect them to play the exact same way they would against any other League 1 side, as, you know, Celtic are no Scottish League 1 side. As for injuries and suspensions, however, I could not find a single piece of news regarding Alloa's team availability. I went onto Transfer Market. It's reported that they do not have any injuries to speak of, so that is very lucky for them, and also they obviously have no suspensions on top of that. So a full squad for Ferguson. They're A-OK right now. Lucky them. But as for Celtic, the list is significantly shorter than it was previously. You know, the last time I did a match preview, obviously I missed out on the Hibs game, but I think for the St Johnstone match we had a list that could probably make a whole starting 11 of injured players. I think we also had a COVID outbreak, so that was that. But the list is a lot shorter, and people have been moved back into the first team availability. That includes, you know, Jota, Jack and Marcus, Forrest, Joe Hart, and whatnot. Other lads who have seen they can have minutes in recent times and are available for selection. However, we do still have some lads who are not included on this, who are still on the injury list, I must say. You know, this is David Turnbull, Kyogo, Karamoko. Those are the main players out, and then, you know, we also have that 50-50 chance of whether we see Christopher Jullien in action against Alloa. If he makes an appearance or not, I think it's up to a coin toss right now, depending on how his fitness is. But that does, in fact, lead us into our starting 11 prediction, and I think I can say Ange will rest some players. He will want to give some others game time that are on the fringe, I'd say, but he also doesn't want to go out there fielding a very weak squad. He wants to field a squad that is on the stronger side of the spectrum, I guess we could say. And, you know, we'll get into why that is later on, but without further ado, let's go line up our Celtic prediction. So we have Joe Hart in between the sticks. Then at right back, I'm going for Tony Ralston. I think we need to give him some minutes. I think Juranovic is playing a lot recently, and it would be good to give, you know, Ralston a full 90 just to get him make sure his squad fitness stays up, match fitness that is. The 2 centre-halves, I believe, will be Cameron Carter-Vickers and Carl Starfelt. I feel there's also room for Welsh to make a start there. But I don't feel Christopher Jullien will get the nod to start the match. He'll be brought on later on. Then at left-back, I'm going with Liam Scales. He needs some quality minutes now that Greg Taylor has returned as the first-choice left-back. So, good for Scales to get, you know, a full good run around there. Then into the midfield trio, and I'd say we will go with McGregor as the CDM, but it could also very well be Itaguchi or James McCarthy at that CDM, but I think we do need to play Callum McGregor. I believe Rio as the centre mid. I think that is a guarantee that Rio will play there. I thought he was absolutely exceptional, a deserved man of the match winner against Hibernian, and he should retain his spot, no questions asked. Then Tom Rogic at Cam, who is going to be very, very crucial, very vital in order to break down what I think will be an 11-man behind the ball defense setup. Truly parking the bus, I think Barry Ferguson will go with. So we need the Wizard of Oz there in order to, work his magic. But into the front three, and I think in order, to further, assist Tom Rogic in breaking down that defense, I feel we can't be playing Marcus through the middle. I feel we have to start Dyson Maida through the center and use his pace and movement to try and create these gaps. Obviously, if we go a couple goals ahead, I do think Marcus should be given some decent minutes. A half of football would be great for him. But then, as for the two wingers, I think Ange will try to rest Jota more. I think he will try to rest Jota throughout this match. I don't think he'll want to risk him, especially heading into a crucial period for Celtic where we will lose players for international duty. However, I still feel he will get more minutes than the 8 he did against Hibernian. So for that reason, I'm going with Forrest on the left, but Jota to come on maybe around the 65th minute mark. Then I feel on the right wing, it will stay as Liel Abada. But into the final score prediction we go, and I feel it. I want it to be a high-scoring affair. I want, from a spectator's point of view, I would love nothing more than to go out there, win 6 or 7-0. It would be a joy to watch, especially, if Dyson gets a hat-trick, that would be incredible. That would be absolutely limbs, even against, a League One side. But, look, Celtic are clear favourites. That is the truth. There's no shying away from it. We are the clear favourites. You'd sort of be stupid to bet on Alloa Athletic in this match, but there are no excuses. We have a almost full-strength squad. We have real good depth now. Matt O'Reilly, he's in the team. Oh, I've completely forgot about Matt O'Reilly. I don't think he will start against Alloa. I think he'll come off the bench. Little side note, I got sidetracked there. Matt O'Reilly, how could I forget? Anyways, moving on. I think there are no excuses for any result, for anything less than a win. If we do not win this match, I don't think it's not the end of the world, but it will highlight a few problems in Celtic's capabilities of breaking down teams who put 11 men behind the ball. It's always going to be tough when teams do that, but you always need a strategy to break that down. Look, do I think Alloa have the potential to frustrate Celtic's attack? Very much so. I definitely think if Barry Ferguson can set up this team right, I definitely feel that Celtic will possibly be very frustrated for an opening, 20, 30 minutes trying to break down Alloa. However, I do feel it will come. But, even Barry Ferguson, he said it himself. If they take the game to Celtic, if they play a normal strategy as they would in the League One, they would get hammered. It's playing right into Celtic's hands. Celtic want teams to come out and attack them so they can counter-attack, one touch, quick touch, and ball, and score some goals. But that's what he was saying. They need a game plan, and they need a game plan that will frustrate Celtic. But with that, they also need a bit of luck to go down the other end and score a goal. So I think over the span of 90 minutes, we should be able to break down Alloa's defence, whether it be through Jota, Rogic, Maida, Rio, Abada, Forrest, who knows? Even Marcus, when he's on the pitch, if he can, get on the edge of a decent cross. We'll have to wait and see, but I think the breakthrough will come, and I think we'll be looking at a similar match to what we did against Wraith Rovers earlier in the season in the League Cup knockouts, probably around the 3 or 4-0 mark. But, there's also other factors we have to consider. Playing at Recreation Park does give Alloa a bit of a helping hand, I guess we could say. Celtic have never had the best of luck going to these, how could we say, suburban grounds, not the big stadiums. So, look, to sum up, do I think there will be a cup set? No, I do not. If that's the kiss of death and that completely ruins our match, then I will seriously consider my future on this channel. But I strongly believe that that Celtic will go through winners of this match, no matter what way it be. I think we'll win the match. I've said this many times before. I've said this prior to both Livingston games and prior to the St. Mirren match. Obviously, it was the kiss of death on those 3 occasions. However, 4th time's the charm. That's just a saying I've made up. But we'll have to wait and see. I don't think Celtic will be cup-setted tonight. Look, hopefully we got 3 or 4-0 winners. The ideal situation is that Celtic, we win 3 or 4-0. We give players on the fringes and players returning from injury some decent match time to increase their match fitness. And I think in the ideal world, I'm a huge fan of him. You guys know who I'm talking about, Christopher Jullien. I hope he returns to the field. I think that would be a perfect ending. If we can get Jullien on for 15 minutes or so, I think that would be the perfect ending to what should be, and I'm predicting to be, a very cool, calm, and collected victory. But that is all from me. So remember to leave in the comments below what you think will be the final score. Leave that in the comments below. Leave as well, what fringe players do you want to see get some good game time? Do you think Ange will go out with a stronger squad, or do you think he will rest more players than expected from myself? Remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and until next time, hail, hail.